concept of the American dream is one that emphasizes prosperity, success, and the pursuit of happiness, and in this case, entertainment. Our national story this week is all about some dapper dudes that have outstanding style. This week, we release the Men of Fashion. I'm your host, Jem Morris, and welcome to the American Dream.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain in the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about this show? It's totally unscripted.
Our first story is brought to you by a professional in your city. Let's hear what they have to share this week.
Hey, we're John and Melissa Steele here with Team Steele San Diego Homes in sunny San Diego, California.
And we're coming to you from El Cerrito today, a Cribs edition of American Dream TV, because we're on our personal property, talking about ADUs, or accessory dwelling units.
Yeah, so one of the buzzwords going around California real estate right now, because they're becoming more and more popular, what exactly is an ADU? Well, it's basically a second unit, accessory dwelling unit, to another property. So it could be, you know, what used to be called granny flats, studios, tiny homes. Those are now ADUs. And a lot of people are looking at them because, hey, prices are expensive.
Yeah.
How can I offset that, right?
It's hard to afford in San Diego, so it's really important to be thinking about what your property can do for you. And that's what we were excited about on our personal property when we bought it. Let's check it out.
So right now we're standing in what was the original home when we purchased the property, which was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 720 square foot home built in the 1940s. And
it was pretty rough when we first bought it.
Yeah.
We had to fully remodel it. We gutted it. We took out popcorn, removed the carpet, took out a big kitchen wall here. And the front yard was just a standard front yard. And we really liked that we built out the patio on it, because when we built the accessory dwelling unit, we wanted to really make sure that each space had a nice private yard. So that, I think, was one of the biggest projects on this one.
Yeah, with San Diego's weather being what it is, you know, we wanted to have the accessory dwelling unit and the house, and we wanted them to each feel like their own standalone home, because we thought that would be, you know, more desirable for renters, for, you know, vacationers and all of that.
Yeah, and really keeping in mind the financials of this property, when we first bought it, it was really hard for us to afford, as it is for so many of us in San Diego. So it was really important for us to find a value add opportunity, not only in the main house, but something with a big enough yard that we could build the accessory dwelling unit, which I'm so excited to show you guys. So people build accessory dwelling units on all different parts of their property. They build additions, they convert garages like ours that we just passed, they convert existing structures like we did.
Yeah, one of the opportunities we saw, not only in the original home that needed work, but this used to be an enclosed patio. When we came to see the property, immediately we thought, hey, this could be an awesome opportunity for an ADU.
But it was so fun for us, because not only were we adding the value to our property in terms of increasing and putting in that sweat equity, but really creating the property from the ground up was one of the funnest parts, the design and creating it.
So one of the biggest common characteristics that ADUs share is they're often much, much smaller than a traditional home.
And the reason being, they're often built off the side of the home, or a converted garage, or in our case, a built-in covered patio.
That was in the backyard.
Yeah. So our unit is actually 2 bedrooms, 1 bath at 495 square feet.
Yeah, probably one of the smallest 2-bedroom, 1-bath units that you'll ever see.
Yeah, but that's the reason we actually have so much outdoor space here, and why we prioritize the outdoor space so much on both the front unit and this back unit.
Yeah, we knew we were going to be restricted by the small, you know, floor plan. So with San Diego's amazing weather, we figured why not just have the dining room and living room just be outside, right?
But we do have some of that living space inside as well, so we're excited to check that out. One of the things that was the most fun for us about this particular unit was considering the space. We were working with very limited, less than 500 square feet for 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. When you're dealing with such a small little floor plan, it's crucial that you use every little square inch, square foot that you possibly can. So we had to get creative with a lot of different things.
Yeah, which we did great. We built the cabinets up to the ceilings, built the TV entertainment center, even down to shoe storage and closet storage was really important. Every inch absolutely matters when you're in a space this small.
Yeah, and aside from, taking on the renovations and really making it our own, what was really exciting for us is we got to add a lot of equity and value to our property, not only in the renovations in the front house, but adding this additional unit. And on top of that added equity, aside from that, we're getting rental income now. We had been Airbnb-ing that front house. Now we have a long-term tenant moving in. So it's really exciting for us from a financial standpoint to really make this property work for us.
And like ourselves, so many of our clients really struggle to afford buying a home in San Diego. It's hard in a market like this. So how can you get creative? How can you really build the equity in your own home? And we hope that we inspire you to get creative on your own property.
George, I meet a lot of realtors, but you possibly could be the only one that I know knows every single area of San Diego so great.
Thanks. Well, today we're here in Mission Valley.
You brought me to Jack Murphy Stadium.
Jack Murphy?
Yeah, isn't that where we are?
Qualcomm.
Qualcomm?
Oh, no, it's SDCCU.
George, there's too many things going on around here. I cannot keep this straight.
So, but this is a cool thing. This is proposed 166 acres, Molly, to be San Diego State West, to do a new stadium. This one's looking pretty old, right?
Sad.
We've all gone here since we were kids, and it's like from 1967. It needs a facelift or a new stadium.
Absolutely, and with Petco Park being so amazing, this place makes San Diego not so happy.
The thing is, it's located in Mission Valley, so there's so much to develop here. Over the past couple decades, we've had only a couple of real big developed areas, and one was Liberty Station over in Point Loma.
Amazing.
McMillan did that great master plan, and then we've had downtown in the 90s and early 2000s. Now, Mission Valley, both here, SDSU West, and then also all of Mission Valley, including Savita, is getting developed.
It's a really great area, and it definitely needs it over here. We could use a facelift.
Yeah, because it's got all the infrastructure, the trolley, it's got all the freeways, it's got all the businesses, the new restaurants, the housing units. I, in fact, want to show you a couple of really nice things in the community here, and one really nice condominium complex called the Lido.
I know if I want to see an area in San Diego, you really are the expert to show me.
Awesome, let's go take a look.
All right, let's go. George, I always get so confused with all the different areas in Mission Valley.
But there's a lot.
You're the expert. Help me out here.
Yeah, so Mission Valley, on the west side of Friars, we have affordable, a bit older, and then Mission Valley East, which is east of the stadium's kind of the same. But then in the middle here is where we have the Riverwalk, where we have the Lido, where we are today, and Savita. I understand you know Savita well.
Oh my gosh, Savita is such a luxury development over here. And you were actually telling me that they're building more homes.
Yeah, so about 2,700 for sale product and about 2,000 rentals, so about 4,700 for all of it. They're in the process of building right now, and some are over $1 million.
Wow.
With views, beautiful Toll Brothers, and they also have elevators.
That is true luxury right in the heart of San Diego.
A lot of people are picking that as an alternative to downtown.
I could definitely see why people would want to move to Mission Valley. I mean, I loved living here while I did. But George, you gave me an in-depth view of it today, so thank you so much for exposing me to it.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
Hey, Marty, good to see you.
You too, Tawny.
Well, normally you have us at these $1 million views, but today's not that case,
Nope.
right?
Today we're at Champion Ballroom, and we're going to see what my mom does when she's not selling real estate, which is dancing.
I love it. Well, maybe we might get $1 million view of her twinkle toes.
Let's go.
Hi. Hi, Tawny. Hi, Monique.
That's so awesome. You're so good.
Oh, thank you. I want you to meet Dan Gibbons, my instructor of 6 years.
Nice to meet you.
And I have somebody I really want you to meet, so come on with me.
It doesn't get better than this, though.
I know, but it will.
Okay.
Hi, Mary.
Wow, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. How are you? I'm doing great. Hi.
Mary, this is Tawny.
Nice to meet you. Pleasure. It's an honor.
Oh, thank you so much. Welcome to my studio.
Thank you. Well, I can't wipe this smile off my face. This is amazing. How did you two meet?
Well, I mean, the first time that I met Maxine, of course, I've heard of her before. I never met her. I was working on a charity for domestic violence center to support that center and to raise funds for that center. And they said they brought an idea to me for Dancing with the Stars. And so she was one of the people that stepped forward and said, well, I'll do it. I've never danced before, but I'll do it. So my job was to pick and find a partner for her, and then she would perform in front of a very large audience, and that's how we first met.
Everything she does, she always mentions dance. You spend 6 years now of you dancing. What has it done for your life?
Oh, it's the best thing that's ever happened to me because it's for me. I don't care if anybody watches me. It's changed my mind. It's straightened my mind. It's changed my body, all good. And I enjoy working now. I enjoy playing, and it's something just for me, which I've never had.
Right, and I'm sure you've seen your mom just light up and transform.
It's been the best, honestly. I've always been about balance. My mom's had a harder time with that, and so these last 5 years, she's had something for her. And every day, at the end of the day, she dances for 2 hours. It keeps her very happy, and she's doing these competitions, which is crazy. And like she said, it's for her.
So is there any chance that I could maybe get a little dance lesson?
Of course you can. So, are you guys ready to learn a little salsa?
Yes.
All right. Okay, first thing you're going to do is you're going to step forward with the left foot, and we're going to go forward, replace your right foot, and then bring your feet together. Now we're going to go back with the right foot, back, good. Now we're going to go to the side. We're going to do that same side rock. Here we go. We're going to go side, rock, and place together. Now go to the right. So here we go. So now we have forward, rock, together, and rock, step, forward, shimmy. Shimmy, 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 and forward rock together, and we'll start all over. Yeah! All right, here we go, ready? Baby, let's just baby, we can I want you to know that it's all the straight. You're very welcome.
So, why don't we go sign up for dance lessons?
Yes, I'm in. All right, here we go. Let's get her. Let's get her now.
Our national story this week focuses on a few chosen agents that embody class and cool. But first, we hear from one more professional from your neighborhood. Let's check it out.
Mike, I'm so glad we're meeting in South Park today. It's such a cool, hip neighborhood.
Yes, it is. South Park is
actually in the vicinity of Balboa Park, and it's one of the oldest communities here in San Diego. South Park was one of the first suburbs here in San Diego back in actually 1906.
Okay.
So a lot of the houses here were built from 1906 to 1930.
Okay.
And you'll see a lot of craftsman type homes, bungalows, duplexes, things like that. A lot of people like it because of the small town feel.
Well, every small town has a good coffee shop. Do you know one?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. We're gonna go over to 7 Seas Roasting, and I'll introduce you to the owner.
All right, sounds good.
Let's go. Hey, what's up, Eric? How you doing?
Good to see you. Thanks for coming in, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd like to introduce you to Hallie.
Hallie, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And we just want to grab 2 coffees and chill out for a little bit.
Let's do it, yeah.
So, Eric, we were just talking about how we love this community. It's amazing. What made you choose having your coffee shop in South Park?
Well, there's 2 communities in San Diego that are really all about being local and from the area. The first one is definitely Ocean Beach, and then South Park is definitely the same way. So they're definitely, right out of the starting gate, as soon as we signed the lease, put out the sign that coming soon, the South Park Business Group came right in and said, hey, what can we do to help? And it's just been super supportive right out of the starting gates. Everything in this shop is kind of a reflection of the community, everything from the tentacles on the wall. That was our neighbor Turk at Left Hand Black Tattoo. He came in and did that, but really just about, we wanted to start a local coffee roaster, and there was no better place than South Park to do that.
Yes, and definitely from the community. I know it must be a great place because that's how the 2 of you met in this community, right?
Yeah, we were at a farmer's market. I saw 7 Seas. It kind of struck my eye. I was like, what is this all about? And then I went up, I spoke with Eric, and then come to find out we had a lot in common. He's a Navy veteran, we're both retired senior chiefs, and then we just hit it off.
And that was a unique place for he and I to meet because that's really where it started. We started this in 2017 in the farmer's market. We started on a teeny tiny little roaster that I was just doing out of the house. Then we started doing farmer's markets in PB, Little Italy, North Park, just anywhere that we could get the tent and get it out there and just start to build the brand and get feedback on the coffees that we were developing.
I know you were telling me a little bit about how like the brewing process, right? It happens here, or the bean comes from another place, or something like that.
Right. So we source the green coffee. We're really known for the Southeast Asian coffees that we source and develop here. Yeah. Right now, for example, our head roaster Kano, he's back there roasting and developing coffees as of right now. So that is something. I mean, there's 4 other coffee shops in South Park, but we're the only ones that actually roast right here on site. So we go across the world, find the best coffees in those areas, and then bring it back to South Park, roast them, and serve them here.
Very nice, very cool. Now, what are you drinking here? Because I'm looking at his drink right over here.
We do have a nice latte. As you can see on here, they can make different designs, flowers, hearts, different things like that. That is just testament to the quality of what they love doing here.
I'm not going anywhere until I finish my coffee, so definitely thank you so much for having us. And
thank you.
I'll be taking this to go maybe.
Thank you.
As professionals, we all like to dress to impress, but some tend to stand out above the crowd with personal flair, style, and above all, personality. Without further ado, let's get the show started.
So I'm Lloyd Fox, Long Realty, the Fox Group, owner and broker of my own business, and it's interesting. You know, people ask me all the time why my clothes, why fashion is so important to me. Getting ready for the day. It's not about me. A lot of times it's about what I have planned for the day. Is it a meeting? Is it a presentation? Is it a seller? Who is the seller? What do they do for a living? And I've got to figure out, just like a good marketer, you got to figure out like what that seller what that audience is like. Didn't grow up with a lot of money. It's not like we ever needed, never a need for something, but you know how it is when you're in grade school or high school or college, people wear certain things, labels, whatever, and I always knew what I liked. It's just a matter of whether I could afford it or not. So, and I couldn't. All through grade school, it was, you go through the Sears catalog, be the winner, or, Tough Skins jeans, and everyone else is getting Levi's and Nikes and Adidas. And so when I started to make a living and make my own money, a natural investment is what I always think of it as when it comes to your clothes, was to buy the things I really wanted. And it wasn't about labels, and it wasn't about the money. It was about the quality, it was about the look, and it was about what I really wanted to express about me, what I wanted to project.
My name is David Nichols. I own Nichols Custom Clothiers. I'm a 4th generation in the business, been doing it all my life. I've worked for Oprah, I've worked for CNBC, I've worked for CNN, I've worked for Showtime Boxing. I did the clothes for the Olympic basketball team. I've done a couple movies that I've been in the wardrobe department. So I'm one of the top people in my industry, and I feel real good about that. And one of my biggest accolades is Mr. Lloyd Fox. I've been doing clothes for him since 1997. These are the first 2 suits I did for Lloyd in 1997. It's a 3-button. I got 6-button vest. And look at that, they even have pleats. Let's see if they got cuffs. Let's see. Oh, pleats and cuffs. So back in the day, these were the most popular thing out there. So 1997, so 20 years old, and look at them. They look brand new. This is the same thing, except this is blue. Pleats, cuffs, 3-button front, 6-button vest. Oh no. That with a black pant or a navy slack, I think that'd be awesome.
I've always enjoyed design, so fashion design to me has always interested me. And so when I'm doing something with a suit or a pair of shoes or boots or anything, people laugh at me all the time because I want everything done custom. I mean, I want it the way I want it. My tailor, drive him nuts. My boot maker at Paul Bond Boots, I drive them nuts. But it's about what I want, and I'm thankful that I feel like I'm creative and I want to put things together. And I love my last name. My parents aren't here anymore. It's all I've got. So I'll take that last name Fox because I think it's great. It's on my monogram on everything, FOX. It's easy. Why do the initials when I can do the name? It's just something simple. It's fun. I have a great time with materials and everything else. I don't care if it's Nike, my tennis shoes, for goodness sakes. Whether it's Nike ID, boots, clothing, monogram on a shirt, my belts. I just like making things my own way. So now it's funny. I have a lot of clients that laugh because, I'll show up in the middle of summer and I've got full regalia, 3-piece, full suit, whatever, and it's 110 degrees out. The one thing I know I never have to do is apologize for the way I'm dressing. Because I believe in a few things. Number one, whether I'm meeting with a client or not meeting with a client, really doesn't matter. I'm dressing up so that I can get prepared for the day, to be who I am and to feel good about who I am and to be the part. And to go in and launch into the day is important to me. You gotta dress that way. And I never know. In this business, you never know when a client's gonna call you or a new potential opportunity is gonna hit you. You just gotta dress up. When you leave, you feel like you're ready for the day and you're on your game and you're ready to work. It's not about comfort level. It's about respect and honoring the people you work for, because I'm a representation of them. I'm a representation of my client and an extension of my client. So I'm gonna keep on rocking this. And I love wearing clothes. I love expressing myself because of the opportunity I'm provided by people. I know that I'm always gonna be judged. I know that everything in life is like an interview. So why wouldn't I want to look the best I possibly can?
American Dreamers, I've got a special treat for you. This is a Men of Fashion episode. I've been honored they've asked me to do this. I'm not a big fashionista dude. I don't study a lot of it, but I know what I like when I see it, and I like to just have fun with it. You know, to me, especially in the Beverly Hills market, when I'm going out to meet clients, I want them to know who I am. When I'm going places, I want to be a statement. Look good, feel good, be good is kind of how I like to roll. I'm just not a standard dude, you know. I like to have a little pop, as you can see, wearing a yellow crane jacket right now. But I need things with a little flair because this is how I like to live my life. So tonight, we're here at Grinders. Grinders has been in Beverly Hills for 8 years. I get a lot of suits here, custom suits, very boutique, it's great. They've closed it down for me. We're gonna get fitted for a suit so I can take you through that process. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Grinders in Beverly Hills. Let's take a look. Mr. Blowers.
Scott, welcome to Grinders.
It's good to be welcome. And
I know your favorite.
Welcome indeed. Thank
How
you so
about
much.
a little Macallan 12?
God, this is a great welcome. I'm very excited to dig in and get a suit. It's always my fun time when I walk in here. You know, getting a new suit's always a great thing for me, a good experience. So
Absolutely.
Happy to see what you have, and let's get things going.
Good. Come on back.
All right.
Are you thinking about doing something off the rack, or we're going to try to make one for you today?
I want to give everybody the custom experience. You know, I love custom. I love kind of designing my own thing with your fabrics and patterns. And,
Absolutely. It gives you an opportunity to make it your own.
Exactly. I'm feeling, being fall, I kind of like something, obviously nothing too standard, but some nice fall flair.
We can do it. We can do it. Dark in color, but maybe a little pop color.
I like it. So take us through your fitting process and just kind of walk us through the steps.
Okay. Basically what I have here is our custom clothing order form, and it gives you an opportunity to see how we're going to detail the jacket, whether you want side vents, center vent, whether you want a notch lapel or a peak lapel. We can talk about contrast details. One of the things that you mentioned last time you were here was the idea of maybe something with an elbow patch that would be really cool.
Bring back the elbow patch.
Absolutely, bring back the elbow patch.
Yeah.
You know, old school becomes new school.
Bring back the elbow patch.
How about that? How about that? What's old is new again.
Well, I trust you. You've done a lot of my stuff, so I will defer to you. We'll pick the fabrics and kind of get that, but you will make. I'll choose the meats, but you'll make the sizzle.
Okay, terrific.
I think I want to go with this fabric. I really like this.
Terrific.
And, what are the next steps?
Well, we've got some fun linings here. Obviously, the one that we have here, I believe, is beautiful since we picked it out. But there is also the opportunity of really kind of making it as your own. As I say, custom is really all about you. It's my job to measure you correctly, but it's your job to basically make it sizzle.
Indeed. So while we're getting rolling with the measuring, tell us a little bit the history of Grinders and where you started. You started in Tampa 38 years ago, right?
38 years ago, 1981, this month. And we have been there for, as you said, 38 years. We've been out here for about 8.5 in Beverly Hills. And then just 2 weeks ago today, we opened in downtown Sarasota.
Nice.
So we have 3 stores and really trying to make products that are our own. Make Grinders unique in the marketplace, which is not easy today.
What got you into this, and what separates you from, we're in Beverly Hills, the heart of Beverly Hills, where it is, just right here. Mm-hmm. What separates you? I love coming here, but what separates you from, what's your differentiators?
Well, I mean, years ago, Southern California was filled with specialty stores. Today, because of all the big brands, those specialty stores don't exist. Being the fact that I have a store for 38 years in Tampa, we brought that philosophy to Southern California. There is only one Beverly Hills. I think the strongest brand name in fashion, if not beyond. And it's just something that I felt like if we were going to really take it to the next level, Beverly Hills had to be a part of what we were doing.
The difference between going to like a Macy's or store and not just buying stuff, you know your measurements, they do a couple things, compared to a custom suit is night and day. The way you look in the suit, the way you feel in the suit, and just being able to design it yourself and put a little flair and put your own character into it, that to me is what it's about.
Welcome to Access at Southwest Plaza.
This is awesome.
I'm glad you made it.
I can't, you've been telling me to come here for years. This is unbelievable. Blows my expectations.
I'm glad you made it. Let's have a seat. May I offer you some champagne?
Of course.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, as you know, as always, I'm crazy busy, so I want to see what you have in store for me today.
I have some great looks for you, and I cannot wait to show you what I have.
Let's go.
What do you think about this look?
Okay, I love this look. This is so me. I feel like I'd wear this casual Friday, go into nighttime, some of the horse shows I go to, or polo. Like, it seems very versatile.
It is, and I want to show you that this look can absolutely transform to an evening look just by switching the jacket.
Can't wait to see.
Okay. How do you feel about this look?
Okay, I love this look, and I just started loving vests, and this looks super sharp together, I think.
How do you feel about the context of reflecting this look in your business?
Well, I would feel very confident walking into someone's home or business dressed like this. And it's interesting because San Diego is a big metropolitan area, but it's comprised of like the sophistication of downtown, and then we have the coastal life, which is a little bit more surf and casual. We have a big equestrian lifestyle, like historically with polo and also dressage and jumping. But then the thing is, no matter what somebody is, if you walk into a room dressed well, they're gonna give you respect, they're gonna listen to what you have to say. And I always feel like dressing well is a form of good manners.
Fashion is, I agree, fashion is not only the way you look, it's the representation of your character.
Couldn't agree more. Well, you know what I like the best about today, and I have to tell you, because I don't like going store to store or feeling pressure from different salespeople, but you've collected all the things that you knew I love, and then you have them in these fitting rooms here, and I can mix match things together, see which look I like the best. And I've never actually had an experience like this before, so I'm super impressed. Like, how does one get into something like this?
This is really a private VIP room, and the most important part as well is to save you a lot of time. So you don't really have much time to go and walk around. This is a beautiful shopping center, but most importantly is the time that you're saving by doing this, and it's a very private.
There's only one problem. I want every damn thing that you've sent me so far. So we met 10 years ago, and we met at, I think, a Miracle Babies event, a philanthropy, and it was so fun, and you were saying, hey, can I dress you? And I'm like, no, no, no. I was actually kind of scared, because I love dressing myself, I love going shopping, and I feel like I have a really good sense of style. Fast forward 10 years later, I didn't realize I'd be in this position where super busy with work, don't have time to go to the stores anymore. I never want to shop online, because I actually like to feel the fabrics, the materials, I want to see the fit. So that's super important to me. And that's how we became even closer than we were, because you've been helping me with my fashion for the past couple of years.
It's an honor to dress you and understanding really well your lifestyle, especially when it comes to philanthropy, because we both met a while ago through a common cause that we both love from our hearts. So with that said, this upcoming months,
Well-
as far as galas for this look.
So this one's going to do really well. I have Ocean Discovery Institute. As you know, I've been on the board for almost 18 years, and I've been the chairperson for the gala many, many times. I have Miracle Babies, which you wear a tuxedo, kind of black tie, but as a masquerade party, which I'm excited. And then also I have Feeding San Diego coming up. So this is all in the next couple of months. So this is an A+. Well, you know what the strangest thing of today was? So you know the things that I like, but everything is fitting right off the shelf. It's like they were tailored. Like, it's so crazy. Like, you knew exactly my size. You know, I've been trying to work out, trying to be on a diet lately, and you actually saw in the future and picked things that would actually fit me, which was really awesome.
I am glad you like it because, in my opinion, you look stunning.
Thank you. Okay, you and I have a love-hate relationship, and one of the reasons is you're too good at your job. I have the hardest decision ever now after a really great day, and I'm in misery. Do you know why? I don't know what to pick. Help me.
Of course, that's what I'm here for.
We strive to bring you the best stories from across the country that embody the ideals of the American dream and hope that you saw something new and entertaining. We would like to thank all of our viewers and our sponsors for helping us grow the show. We couldn't do this without your support. I'm your host, Jem Morris, and thank you so much for watching.